Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Muhammad Shoaib. Now, I and my friend will present the industry company. It is Koko Minda Sdn Bhd. Before that, I will introduce my group member. First, Nur Akilah binti Nur Hisham. Second, Siti Liana binti Khairul Aklam. Next is Muhammad Khalil bin Abdullah Hassan and I, Muhammad Shoaib bin Muhammad Syariman. Okay, next, there are 4 content of this presentation. First is company background. Second is Swot Analysis. Third is analysis the issue. And last is recommendations. The Koko Minda Food Industry was located at Lot 29 and 30 Jalan EP9 IKS Halal Hub Section 77,300 Merlimau, Melaka, Malaysia. It was registered in 1995 and became a company with enterprise title on 2009 and then changed to Sdn Bhd on 2010. The first company operation is located at Complex Niaga Bukit Katil on 2010. The company of entrepreneur under Pharma, Mardi and SME corporations. In this business, they conduct by the CEO of the company. It is Encik Salim bin Saleh, who is the disability person. Meanwhile, the marketing manager is Puan Nurul Firdaus binti Salim and supported with other strong organizations. This company use technology advance. While the technology advance is essential for this sector, it is the easy to production process become more systematic and commercial their product in local and international country. Since technology has been implemented in SME company, some of them are successful export their product into the international country such as Indonesia, Singapore, Brunei and other Asian countries. This successful of technology entrepreneurship should be as a role model for other entrepreneurs to be motivated and success in the business area. Okay, next, the certificate is important to all product, right? Because it will give confidence to consumer to buy the product. So Koko Minda have several certificates such as from Halal, Mesti, GMP and HCCP certificate. It's free selling from KKM, Sirim and Frau Hauler. Okay, other that, the company has achieved several successful awards from 2011 until 2018. Such as Tokoh Usahawan Orang Kurang Upaya OKU Melaka, Anugerah Usahawan Siswazah Pertanian dan Industri Asas Tani, Anugerah Hijau and Anugerah Jutawan Malaysia Negeri Melaka, tepat at second place. This award brought more confidence to the product and will be strong company. Okay, next, the mission of and vision of the company. The mission of the company: first, become a successful entrepreneur to participate to helping the government plan to achieve the 30% of Bumiputra entrepreneur. Second is to produce high quality product to give a good impact on health and welfare of this community. Third is expand more business opportunity for the Bumiputra entrepreneur, helping the government in building society of excellence, glory and distinctions. And last, to produce halal or halalan thayyiban product for community. For vision of the company is to produce cocoa and cocoa beverages and drinks in helping develop of better generation, excellence, glory and distinctions. Okay, next is the business activity of Koko Minda Sdn Bhd. First is manufacture. They are a leading company in Malaysia manufacturing of cocoa-based beverages with owner brand. It is Koko Minda Plus and Collagen Plus mixed with herbs and Sunnah food. They are obtained food safety certificate from MST. It's from Ministry of Health (MOH) and the halal certificate company from Jasin. They are capable of producing 2 tons of supply in a day. Their product have been distributed through Malaysia. Recently, the company had signed MOU with Indonesia and Philippine distributor to export the product in 2016. The company estimation about 1 day for 1,000 kilo, and for 10 days they are about 20 tons with 2,000 kilogram. Okay, they are also provide original equipment manufacturing. It's called OEM service from packaging right up to product formulation in order to meet customer requirement. The company OEM produce can range from 3-in-1 coffee and goat milk. The company are also producing Adapi cocoa drinks also. Okay, last, trading agent and stockist. The company had been experienced in beverages industry more than 5 years. They can consult the new entrepreneur who are interested to be agent, stockists at all states, include Brunei, Singapore, and Indonesia. Be part of their company and generation income from their product. The company have several agents from each state in purpose seeking new entrepreneur to contribute with this business, besides for improved standard living for better income. Okay, this is example of the product that produced by company with their privilege. Okay, first is this is Koko Minda Plus taste mocha and chocolate. Okay, next packaging of Koko Minda Plus, and lastly is collagen and chocolate milk from Koko Minda Sdn Bhd.
Alright, my name is Norakila binti Hisham. Now I will explain the strategy that has been implemented in the Koko Minda. There are 4 types of strategy, which is business strategy, operational strategy, marketing strategy, and financial strategy. Alright, now we go to one by one. Alright, now we go to the first strategy, which is the business strategy. Alright, for the business strategy, Koko Minda company has operated with a differentiation strategy by providing a something new, unique and distinctive product to the customer, which is the Koko Minda Plus, with the variety of flavors such as the chocolate, the goat milk chocolates, strawberry and pineapple. So at the first stage, they have packed into a box that contain 17 sachet with weight 25 gram per sachet. Then at the growth stage, for the expansion purpose, they have introduced a new product, which is the Collagen Plus, that help to increase and maintaining the collagen in the body. And then after a few months, they have introduced a new packaging of the Koko Minda Plus with a larger size and weight than a previous packaging. This is because for suitable the whole family consumption while improving the productivity of the product. Alright, now we go to the second strategy, which is the marketing strategy. For Koko Minda has used a service by SSI Pro Marketing for marketing their product. This iPro was assist and aid by pharma in the marketing activities. Then the Koko Minda Plus has well market at the all states in Malaysia, include Sabah and Sarawak. Then the most famous location is at the Terengganu and Malacca. Then In addition, it also has success market their product in the international level, such as Brunei, Singapore, and Indonesia. From that, Pharma has helped them through the event that they are organized to expand their business, to expand the Koko Minda business. Besides that, the company market through the media, social, and other platforms such as e-commerce. So the example of the social media they have promote, which is the Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and they have also has promo on the television and radio. But then e-commerce such as the Shopee and Lazada. Alright, now we go to the operational strategy. Currently, Koko Minda is supported by 27 employees. Then, the company has practiced the performance-linked incentive for their employee with purpose to motivate them. From that, it can ensure that the work procedure and system are really understood by the employees to adapt with the work tasks and the environment. According to that, the company has implemented the leadership style and corporate culture that motivate their staff. Based on the CEO of the company, he said that he will give the recognition and reward to his employee who are perform well every month and has allocated the task to the staff based on their skills. It has been proven that employer who look after their employee will have a better engagement and productivity. Now we go to the financial strategy. Koko Minda has allocated a certain percentage of its monthly profit into a fund to be utilized as the working capital. According to that, the company also has received a financing for its working capital from the financial institution and government agency such as SME Bank. This has helped the Koko Minda to have the better financial management, and audit is the examinations of the financial report of the organization to presented in the annual reports by someone independent of the organization. The financial report includes a balance sheet and income statement, and the statement of changes in equity, a cash flow statement, and the notes comprising a summary of a significant accounting policy and other explanatory notes. Alright, now we go to the next slide, which is the types of analysis. There are 3 types of analysis we have made to analyze this company. First, which is the Swot Analysis. Second is the external factor evaluation metric, and the third one is the internal factor evaluation metric. Now we go to the next slide. So as you can see, this is the Swot Analysis of the Koko Minda. So first we go to the strength. The strength Koko Minda has their own uniqueness of their product, where they have a formulated own formulation of the cocoa-based premix drink with the special ingredients such as the cocoa with goat milk, cocoa with strawberry, cocoa with pineapple, cocoa with collagen, and black seed and chocomats. So Koko Minda product is not complex, which is suitable for all level of age. So from that, they start to have their own existing customer to purchase their product. Besides that, in order to produce a good product quality, this company has a good relationship between their employer and his staff. This relationship is important for every business to become a success. Alright, now we go to the opportunities of the Koko Minda. According to the CEO of the Koko Minda, which is Mr. Salim, said that he allow all their employees who have a child to bring into the workplace. This is because this company has provided a place that's suitable for a child and family to take care of their child during working hours. This idea was come out into the Mr. Salim minds, because to help all the housewives out there to have the work and the extra income for them to survive. From that, the staff can continue to working after taking care of their child. Besides that, this company also has a technology advance in processing and producing their product in order to ease the handling process to make sure the product produced is the high quality and available on time. For example, the example of technology they have is the foil packaging machine, semi-auto carton sealing machine, inkjet printer machines, auto weighing machines, automatic L-types sealing machine, storage tank, and others. Then, this company also has the opportunity to involve in any government program which allow them to expand their business. So, they have their own agents and stockists in a certain state, especially in Terengganu and Melaka, to promote their product. Then, the Koko Minda also has the opportunity to penetrate the national market, such as exporting their product to the Indonesia, Singapore, Brunei, and the other Asian countries. Now we go to the weakness of the SWOT analysis. As we can see, there is the weakness. Now I will explain more about the weakness. So, the company of Koko Minda has faced a problem with the limited land, the small size of the factory. The small size of the factory building is will difficult the company to operate well and expand their business. Then, the company also need more capital to expand their business at the other place with the bigger size of land, but they have lack of capital or financial. Then beside that, the marketing activity also for Koko Minda is aided by pharma through market product at some stage. In terms of the advertising of the Koko Minda Plus, their advertising is not well known compared to the other similar product. Even though they are using channels like TV3, newspaper, and social media like Instagram and Facebook, but it was not attracting people out there. So, lastly, the turnover of the employee is frequently happen among the male employee and the fresh graduate due to the overload work among the male employee in the production place. Right. Now we go to the next SWOT analysis, which is the threat. For the threat, the Koko Minda has overcome various challenges to get where it is now. Among the challenges that they had to contend with, which is include the competition. This is because the competitor can imitate the product. Koko Minda have a strong competitor. There already has a famous brand which is like Milo, Wico, and Kokotoma. Then the government regulation also become a factor which cause a limitation and threat towards the Koko Minda when starting their business or during their business. For example, the impose of tax, which is sales and service tax. Rates will be start from 5% to 10%, and it could be specific in some cases with an added 6% of a service tax. The SST will narrow the tax base. Beside that, the price fluctuation also become a crisis due to the economic changes in Indonesia. Due to the price fluctuation, the company face a problem with changes in the price in input, which is the raw material such as the madu, buah koko, buah tin, pegaga. Sometimes become too expensive from the supplier. And lastly, the economic uncertainty also become a threat to Koko Minda. The economic changes time to time will affect the business of the company, which will affect the supply and the demand. The company will face the demand decrease in the market sometime, and the production should be stopped for a while to cover their problem. Now we go to the next analysis, which is the external factor evaluation metric. This is the strategy tools used to examine the company's external environment and to identify the available opportunity and threats. So, as we can see at the week, there are three most significant factors. First is penetrate the international market with 0.15. Second is contract manufacturer has a potential growth in the revenue with 0.15. And company has fully utilized the available technology at once with 0.12. Then, for the rating shows that how effectively companies current strategy respond to the opportunities and threats. The number of the rating range from 4 to 1, where 4 means a superior response, 3 is a above average response, 2 is a average response, and 1 is a poor response. As we can see, the opportunity is above average because there are 4 opportunity has received a rating which above than 3. The total score is 2.57 is average score, which indicates the company strategy average effective in exploiting the opportunity and defending against the threats. So the company should improve its strategy and focus more on how to take advantage of the opportunity.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Khalil bin Abdullah Hassan, and I did as presenter for the case study. Okay, let's we take a look on the next slide, which is internal factor evaluation metric or IFE metric. Actually, what is a IFE metric and how it work? IFE is a measurement tool to measure and to evaluate the strength and the weakness of the functional area of the business, and it need a high intuitive judgment to make this tool succeed. And how it works? In this tool, there are three important components that have their own characteristic, which is first we have weight, rating, and weighted score. And for the weight, it will range between 0 to 1, which 0 is not important and 1 is very important. While for rating, there are the number is 1 until 4, which 1 is a major weakness, 2 is minor weakness, and third is minor strength, and the last one, 4, is the major strength. While for the weighted score, the range, if the range of the total number is below 2.5, it means that the organization have weak position, internal position. While if the total number of weighted score is above 2.5, it means that the organization have the strong internal position. Okay, let me take a look on this strength. In this slide, we have 5 factors for strength, which first we have the existing customer or the loyalty toward the brand. Second one is the uniqueness of the product. The third is good working environment. Fourth is providing OEM, and fifth is total asset of the business increase 0.02% for the year 2006 until 2017. Okay, first for the first point, existing customer or the loyalty toward the brand, the weight is 0.09, the rating is 3, and the weighted score is 0.27. While the second factor is uniqueness of the product, which the Koko Minda produce the drink based on the cocoa and have various of flavor, and it have a weight of 0.08, the rating of 3, and the weighted score of 0.24. While for the third is a good working environment, which means that the environment between the employer and the employee, and it have a 0.06 for the weight, rating which is 4, and the weighted score is 0.24. And for fourth is providing OEM. OEM, original equipment manufacturer, mean that how the company produce component for the another company product and sell them to the user, and it has a weight of 0.12, the rating of 3, and the weighted score is 0.36. And the last one for the strength, we have the total asset of the business increase 0.02% for the year 2016 and 2017. For the weight is 0.13, the rating is 4, and the weighted score is 0.52. Okay, let's continue. For the witness, there are 6 witness, which is first we have a limited lack of capital. Third is a lack of the marketing activity. Fourth is turnover of employee. Fifth is the comprehensive revenue from the business decrease 0.6% for the year 2016 until 2017. And the last one is business debt to total asset ratio, which 86.59% for the year of 2017. And for the weight of the first point is 0.07, and the rating is 2, and the weighted score is 0.14. For the second point, lack of capital, the weight is 0.07 and the rating is 3, while the weighted score is 0.21. The third point is lack of the marketing activity. It have a weight of 0.09, the rating of 2, the weighted score is 0.18, while for fourth is turnover of employee, which is 0.07 for the rating 2, and the weighted score is 0.14. And the fifth is comprehensive revenue from the business decrease 0.6%, mean that the revenue has dropped for the year 2017 compared to 2016, and the weight is 0.12. The rating is 1, mean that this is a major weakness, and weighted score is 0.12. And the last one is the business debt to total asset ratio, which is 86%, 86.59% in 2017, and the weight is 0.10. The rating is 1, and the weighted score is 0.10. And when we sum up all the total weighted score, we get 2.52, which, as I said earlier, this company have strong internal position, and it show the good for the company. Next, we go through the problem and the solution. The first problem we have is existing design of the packaging is left, and how this problem affect the organization business. In this slide, we have 3 major problem that affect from the design that affect the business, which the design that we have Koko Minda have now was not attractive, especially for the youngster and teenager age. It's because the present packaging now is messy with the overload information and the picture of the product on the packaging. Second one is due to the old look design of packaging, it not able to attract the consumer to buy the product. And the second one, on the present packaging, it have the difficult and hard to read font, and the consumer is not prefer for the font. And for the solution, we come up with the Koko Minda need to recreate the packaging because this is important to attract the consumer and give the good impression for the product itself. First, the color play a crucial role as it representative the visual of their brand. Second one is the organisation must create a versatile packaging design to make it look more premium product. Third one is to make it more simple and clean for the packaging. The Koko Minda need to minimize the number of the font and the type of the font that being used, which mean that the Koko Minda need minimize the number of font, which 2 or 3 number of font to make it not look overload with the information. Besides that, the Koko Minda company have a lack of the product awareness among the consumer. The problem can be seen by firstly due to the rarely posted the product and lack of the promotion in the online platform, that make it less awareness of the product among the consumer. The second is it seems that the Koko Minda company is not pay attention to their consumer feedback. It can be seen by the less engagement of the Koko Minda and the consumer through the online platform. The third is due to minimal promotion and lack of promotion, it make the product have a low ranking for the search engine. And lastly, for the problem, marketing channel are not efficient. This due to the Koko Minda company hire unskilled employee to handle the marketing channel activity. So, for the solution, we come up with the Koko Minda company must to improve their strategy by they can use the market penetration, which is involve aggressive promotion strategy. And first, the company can improve and keep in touch with their consumer through their feedback, and that give a competitive advantage for the company to improve their product. The second one is to improve the skill of the employee that involved in the marketing channel. The company can send them to the training to give idea about how to handle the marketing channel properly. The third one is the company also can hire the influencers to promote their product to improve their sale. And lastly, the Koko Minda company must more invest or make investment in the marketing through the billboard in the highway to attract the potential consumer of their product. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Khalil, and I would like to explain about another problem, which is the lack of the variety product. As we know, Koko Minda have produced several products that Shoaib already explained before this, and due to that, actually the company still need the variety of the product, because the previous product before this is premixed cocoa drink that came out from the sachet packaging. And other than that, the company also lack of the flavor of the cocoa drink product. It's due to the lack of the research and development by the company, so they're unable to produce the variety of the product that can be meet to the customer preference. So I have a solution from that company can create the innovation of the cocoa drink product to the can of the cocoa drink product so it easier to customer to be consume the canned cocoa drink product. And other than that, the company can also seek for the research development companies, which is the private research development company, to produce the variety of the flavor for the cocoa drink product, because we know nowadays the government institution that specifically for the research and development to create the new food product is limited and have the challenges on that. So the Koko Minda companies need to seek for the research and development service of the company to create and innovate the new variety of the Koko Minda drink. Such as there are a lot of the research and development company in the Kuala Lumpur that the company can assist and also search for the consultation about the new product that they want to produce. Okay, for the next problem is about the turnover of the employee. There are several reasons due to the turnover of the employee, which is for the first reason is employee are refused to carry out the overload work, such as carry the heavy box that contain of the Koko Minda product. So it was become load among the employee. The employee are resigned due to the low wages. So they are unsatisfied of their wages, so they are decided to resign from the Koko Minda company. And beside that, before this, the workers came from the student after SPM and also diploma. So basically they are want to further their study, so they are decided also to resign due to the exception of to further their study in the university. So the solution of the problem is the company can purchase the equipment or technology that able to carry the heavy things like the box that contain the product, such as hydraulic pallet truck and also the hand pallet manual. So it easier for the workers or employee to use that carry the heavy thing in the company during their work. In terms of the salaries, the company should follow the minimum wages for employee, which is the minimum wages that's set by government right now is 1,200. So it was suitable and can afforded by the company to give to their employee. The problem of the resigning employee of the student, the company also can do the contract workers, which is about 3, 4 or 5 months of the contract for their employee. So before the contract are terminated, the company can seek and find out another employees, so it will reduce the lack of the workers and in the company. Okay, for the last problem is the company have the small size of the factory, so difficult to the employee to continue their production to produce their product. And the technology is quite bigger, so not only fit with the size of the factory. I think the company needs to build another factory that the size is much more bigger. And if there is any fund regarding to build the factory, I think the company needs to finding another fund which is seek for the loan from the bank institution, because nowadays there are a lot of the bank institution that provide a loan for the company, especially for the SMEs companies such as the Agro Bank, the SME Bank, Koko Nasional, and I took one example which is from the Agro Bank. They provide financing programs such as Group Financing Program GFP, which is to assist the entrepreneurs in selective sector with market potential to start and develop a project with the guidance of expert companies and to promote transfer of their expertise. The Koko Minda company can find out an information through the Agrobank portal to know the more information regarding the financing program by the Agrobank. Besides that, the Koko Nasional also provide the financing program, which is Koko Nasional also provide the financing program such as for a small financing scheme and medium financing scheme. So the amount of the small financing scheme is about more than 10,000 till 50,000. Meanwhile, for medium financing scheme is about more than 50,000 till 100,000. And for the period to pay the scheme for the small financing scheme is about 5 years. Meanwhile, for the medium financing scheme is about 10 years. And the method to pay back of the financing, the company needs to pay for through the office of the Tekun and also through the BSN, Maybank, Bank Rakyat, Agrobank, and also Post Malaysia, or direct through to the check. So I think this financing program can assist the Koko Minda companies to seek for the loan to build and other factory, the company to produce the product of the Koko Minda with the well environment. So that's all from us. Thank you.